The open J off the mark. Los Angeles has gone 3 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the third quarter. It's deflected.
And that's evidence that marketing is working on his defense, and it's critical that he does so. And blocks like this show he's making good strides.
Here's Filipowski.
This guy's going to watch some code. They're about to finish this game.
Here's Collier.
Like
this one for three. Benson grabs a miss.
Yeah, you know, guys, this has been far from his best game. A disappointing outing for both him and the team.
Has to connect for three. Hits the trifecta. Connect's got 9 points now in the second half.
His shooting has been fantastic, and this team has leaned on him.
Markkanen outside. 4-3. Rebound, the Lakers. Milton surveys the floor. Here's Connect. And here's Milton. Lets it fly from 18. Again, the Lakers score.
Seems like he can't miss right now, guys. I mean, completely in the zone this quarter.
Here's Collier. He's covered by Vincent. Shot's good by Collier.
The defense had him confused early on, but he's responded in the second half with some assertive play.
Pass to Vincent. Back to Milton. And here's Kleba. Here's Lynn. Vincent passes to Milton. No good on the triple. Utah shooting just 38% here in the fourth. And he lobs it up. Rebounded by Kleba.
Looking for the spectacular and coming up empty.
And you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
Now here's Vincent. You know, Grant, we've seen career performances in the play-in tournament, but the stats don't count for regular season or the playoffs.
You know, that's crazy, B.A. So let's just count them as playoff stats. It used to be only 3 rounds instead of 4, so there is a precedent to adding more games to the official postseason.
Here's Markkanen.
How many points did he do that?
To the middle. And there's Collins on the assist. By Filipowski. Collins has got 12 points in just the second half. And here's Milton. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Kleba outside. Here's Connect.
Connect right there.
There's a screen by Lynn. And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Lakers.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And this is a nice victory for them. It's win number 14 of the year.
And making big plays when they needed it most. They captured the second game of this season series, but we're just getting started. They still got 2 games left to go against the Jazz.
And what a huge performance it was for LeBron James.
Well, I can't recall a play that he wasn't involved in. He was so involved in so many plays tonight, a force on both ends.
Milton passes to Lynn, and it's flushed down. A nice jam.
They really came in with the right mindset today. I can guarantee you their flight home will be filled with some smiles.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exit.
Unfortunately for them, they're still going to come up short. You wish they shown this kind of fight earlier.
Yeah, you know, I agree with you. They waited too long to finally ramp themselves up.
So it's the Lakers' easy easily grabbing this one. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
Now, shocked and surprised. It doesn't matter what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to just waltz in and cruise to the type of victory like we saw tonight.
And that about wraps it up. For Grant Hill, Clark Kellogg, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching. We'll see you later.
Hey, yo, band play.
Keep it up, MP. Keep chopping wood. Great win tonight, MP. Fans we've seen yet. Make sure you disappoint them.
Why don't you get the young guys together and go over some basics? All right, got some drills for that. Anything specific? Pass and move, ISO clear outs, and popping after sprints. Great. What's up, coach? We'll go for 15 minutes. Scrimmage for those instructions. You see the 40-point game out of Nevada yesterday?
Sure did. I'm thinking about raising our following. It's just hearing this kid. I didn't know him was raised. Yeah, but I guess we always have a box. I don't know what the fuck town is during the game. The kid was everywhere.
I was mentioning the 11 assists. You rarely see that happening in big ball games. Shorter games.
Let's not get all here and say, I'm bigger than that guy. Already did it.
You could be the GM. Which is probably right.
Definitely the West. Competitive sport players are evaluating year-round stage and off-court activities. There's always someone to watch. Colleges,
Let's keep this winning streak going.
And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparation for the challenge ahead. Looking to come out of the gates strong. The week is starting off right. Monday night, and 2K Sports presents the NBA. With Craig Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And joining us on the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. You take a look at Los Angeles. They hold the first spot in the conference, just right where they want to be. They've got momentum. Of course, there's the Timberwolves, a game and a half out.
And I think for the Timberwolves, they've gotten off to a terrific start this year. We knew they were capable of playing terrific basketball, and so far, they have not disappointed.
Yeah, and there really hasn't been any feeling out process for them at the start of the season. They were in peak form immediately.
Now let's check out our starters for the Los Angeles Lakers. Jackson Hayes is out there with James. Then it's the chosen one. Then it's Austin Reed. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3 spot. And for the Timberwolves, we've got Conley. Handle out there with Jaden McDaniel. Then there's Reed. And it's Alexander Walker in at the 2.
Well, the seasoned veteran Mike Conley has been such a soft-spoken guy, but he has also been one of the NBA's best leaders, both on and off the floor.
And we know the second night, Greg, of a back-to-back can be rough.
And the NBA has put in work trying to minimize these, but sometimes it's unavoidable. And if you have a long bench, this is when you lean into it.
Here's Conley after the basket by the Lakers. Randall left side. Pass to McDaniels. Clock is at 3. Lets a floater go. If it counts.
It works well, so not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Here's Reeves. Mike Conley grabs the miss.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit.
Hamilton against Conley. James sets the screen for Hamilton. Floats it up for James. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Amazing. Even a little bit off target, LeBron knows how to finish the alley-oop.
The Timberwolves with a quick start to this game. It's a 3-point game. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
Well, they came into that game looking to be physical, looking to control the boards, and they succeeded.
That control of the boards, I felt, fed their offense. There were a ton of second chances, a lot of confidence their bigs could dominate the glass.
Now here is Hamilton, coming off a stellar performance against Utah. Oh, and there's the alley-oop, stolen by Reed. Hamilton against Conley. Randall outside. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Back to Alexander Walker. Oh, good on the triple.
Yeah, and you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Reeves in the corner. Pass to Hayes. 5 on the clock. Hamilton with it. Shoots. And he gets it to go. Hitting off the back of the rim. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. I spoke briefly with Chris Finch. Of course, they know they have their work cut out for them with LeBron on the court. He told me James hasn't really lost a step. He's a constant problem out there, so I'm ready to try anything, including just throwing extra bodies at him. Of course, that double team LeBron's immediate future. Guys?
Thanks so much, David. Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession.
Listen, turnovers happen. You've got to move on to the next play.
The Lakers trail. Well, defensively, Doris, these Minnesota Timberwolves are really a cut above the rest.
They led the league in defensive rating in 2024. They have so many ways to shut down what you're trying to do offensively. Length, athleticism, rim protection, commitment, and great scheme. They are a nightmare.
Now here's Randall after LeBron James's miss. Randall left side. Back to McDaniel. The Timberwolves again can't hit. The Lakers have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Here's Smith. And again, no good by the Lakers. Well, it was the Los Angeles Lakers winning their last game against the Jazz in Delta Center. Can they get it? the front iron. McDaniel's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. And Hayes throws it down.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for Minnesota. They trail by 1. And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Let's now take a look at some of the numbers for Jackson Hayes.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage, and it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
Here is Conley. A 14-point game for him in the win against the Clippers. Handle no good. The Lakers in the lead. Hamilton left side. Hayes with the screen for Hamilton. With the drive, got a piece of it. Stolen by Reed. And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. Dante DiVincenzo. He's checked in for Minnesota. Quickly, let's check out the league leaders in assists. And you look at Hamilton, currently 5th in the league in assists. Such court vision.
His passing has been so terrific. You can see his unselfishness really rubbing off on the rest of the team.
Back to DiVincenzo. McDaniels kicks to DiVincenzo. Pass to McDaniels. They need this one. It's good from long range. McDaniels got 5.
Yeah, McDaniel's really trying to become consistent with that jump shot.
And here is LeBron. He definitely had a good game in their win against the Jazz. And the dunk by LeBron.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Where was the defense? No fighting through the pick, no rotation. My goodness. Great contest by the defender, but that's a dunk you've got to put down in his face.
No one near Reeves as he lets it go. Sinks the three-pointer. Reeves has got his second bucket of the night.
Well, the versatility he possesses makes him a very tough cover, guys.
DiVincenzo against Hamilton. Here's McDaniels. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Floats it up for James. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
A history of great finishers in NBA history, but LeBron will top the list before it's all said and done.
Timberwolves trail by 5. Pass to DiVincenzo. Now here's McDaniels. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Lays it up off the glass. 7 points in the game.
Yeah, Jaden McDaniels with a very good sense for when he should look to score it, especially in the painted area.
LeBron with a screen on DiVincenzo. Into the lane. No good from Hamilton.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
DiVincenzo passes to Alexander Walker. Pass to Randall. Fires the 3. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession.
And who doesn't love stats? Here are some numbers for the chosen one. And ranked among the top 10 in scoring, he can fill it up with the best of them.
And as you said, dropping dimes at a top 5 pace. He's in total command of his team. They look to him for leadership, and he does not disappoint. Dillingham's checked in for Minnesota. And the 3 ball is good.
Well, you've got to be decisive and catch. situations, and Julius Randle leaves no doubt.
DB, ever since winning the most improved player back in 2021, Randle has stayed scoring at an incredible clip.
Yeah, Kevin, what makes this guy such a difficult matchup is his size and the ability to drive it. And now what you've seen is this evolution into a legit threat from three-point territory. He is such a difficult cover. Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
DiVincenzo against Reeves. Kick out to Hamilton. Beyond the arc. Traps in the tray. Hamilton's got 5 now.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Randle passes to DiVincenzo. That 3 off the mark.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
And he lobs it up toward the rim. And stolen by Dillingham. Randle passes to McDaniels. Makes it off the glass. 10 points in the game so far.
This guy is putting his fingerprints all over the game in this quarter. He has flat out dominated the offensive end.
It's stolen by Randle. Pass to Dillingham. And it's denied. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. Minnesota making some changes. Garza's checked in, and it's Joe Ingles in for McDaniels. And then for the Lakers, Vanderbilt's checked in for Jackson Hayes. Cadet comes in for James. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Austin Reeves. Now here's DiVincenzo. A 17-point game for him in the win against the Clippers.
And even if you took away his points, he was still an offensive force because of his passing. His assist numbers were tremendous.
Here's Hamilton. He has 5. A nice shot by Doncic.
Boy, the deep ball from Luka Doncic. This guy does not lack for confidence.
And now David Aldridge has an update for us on Mike Conley. What's the news, David?
Thanks, guys. I got a status report from the Timberwolves head athletic trainer. And this is an unfortunate injury and potentially devastating for them. Right in the heart of the season. This is when injuries start to mount. We're going to have to adjust. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks. Well, guys, certainly not the news his fans were hoping for.
And not at all. I mean, it sounds like he's got a long road ahead of him in terms of his recovery.
And our hearts go out to him. The guy works so hard. His teammates love him. Coaches love him. He's going to be missed.
The shot's good from Vanderbilt.
There's really no defense for Luka Doncic. He will manipulate or exploit whatever you try to do in the pick and roll.
DiVincenzo passes to Ingles. Now Dillingham. Here's Garza. That's no good. Couldn't get his first shot to go. Lakers leading by 3. Hachimura kicks to Doncic. And that one, good. 7 points for the chosen one. 1:33 left to play in the first. Here's DiVincenzo. Still yet to score. Here's Garza. Vanderbilt defending. Fades back. Garza no good.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Pass to connect. Fires for 3. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 3 assists tonight.
And that's Connect's biggest weapon offensively. He's a knockdown three-point shooter.
Here's Dillingham. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
How about that payback there, guys? You do you, I do me.
Oh, you love to see the competitive fire. A little bit of pride at stake.
Last game for the Lakers, they picked up the W against the Utah Jazz. Fires away from way outside. Rebound the Lakers. A fantastic stretch this group has strung together. 8 wins and counting.
Well, this is a basketball team that's really humming right now, and what you love is they're working together as a unit, which makes it fun to watch. What I'm curious about here is when teams start to adapt and take away their best strategy, how do they keep the streak going? Really, really interested to see how this plays out.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Lakers ahead, leading by 5. We've got more in store for you right after this. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Lakers.
How about the ball movement so far? I mean, the unselfishness, everyone here just playing for one another, and that can be infectious.
And they've also shown dominance in the paint so far tonight, really putting the work in down low.
We've got Joe Ingles, Dante DiVincenzo. He's out there with Dillingham. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it's Garza in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Timberwolves. Here's DiVincenzo. Rui Hachimura picking up that last basket. Shot clock at 6. Nice move. Dillingham, no good.
And then they continue to control the glass.
Over in the corner, Doncic. Shoots over Alexander Walker. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. And now it's a 9-point Los Angeles lead. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. To Alexander Walker. Latrey. The Lakers with the rebound.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
Now here is Hamilton. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. And Hayes throws it down.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, thank you very much. The Timberwolves have become a rough and rugged team. Swingman Jaden McDaniel said, "We don't let nobody push us around. We're always being physical defensively. I feel like we're a tough team, super tough." Kevin, they certainly have the size to hold their own.
Always being physical. But, David, that's their identity. And we thank you for the report. And the Lakers with some changes. LeBron's checked in for Hachimura. And it's Austin Reeves in for Luka Doncic. Greg, we know about the Euro step, but is the D-cell the next move that's getting more notice?
I think it is, Kevin, and you can see players have quickly incorporated that into their arsenal. It's been fun to watch, man, and I tell you, it creates some uncomfortable situations.
Nice shot by Hamilton.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Down low, here's Dillingham, and he converts the layup. Dillingham's got 5.
How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
LeBron with the block.
Wow, LeBron James sends it back. Ooh, LeBron on the defensive end.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Dillingham with it. 5 points in the game. One shot on the way.
You know, we can get lost in LeBron's offensive skills. His defense has always been phenomenal as well.
No good from Hamilton.
I think this is a spot he has got to become more consistent from if you want to command the defender's respect.
Dillingham, no good.
I'll tell you, most of the time this guy's going to finish that, but that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
You can see he just has a great overall feel for this game. Excellent job tonight.
And that's been his role pretty much from the opening tip. Get the ball to guys where they can score it.
So it's the Timberwolves now after the basket by Los Angeles. Now Dillingham. Clock at 6. It's good, and that's just his third make in 10 shots. An off game for him.
Well, just tremendous composure on the interior. Read the defense, take advantage of the situation, and deliver.
Now here's James. He's got 8. He's looking for Hayes and finds him. And there's the call on James. That is his first foul of the game. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
And a block like that sends a message. One that says we're not giving up this lead.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Miller's checked in. Vincent's checked in for the Lakers. Timberwolves trail by 12. And here is DiVincenzo. Scoreless thus far. DiVincenzo against James. Oh, LeBron's just too strong inside.
Well, I absolutely love the way this guy has controlled the pace tonight. They've been able to play the style they want.
Pass to Dillingham. Miller sets a screen for Dillingham. And they call an illegal screen here.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
Randall's checked in for the Timberwolves. McDaniels comes in for Miller. Now here's James. 10 points for him. From deep, Reeves. Randall grabs the board. Lakers with the rebound. Last time they met was in Los Angeles.
Yeah, and that one, their intensity on the offensive end was not matched by their opponent. That led to some easy buckets.
Well, let's give some credit to the coaching staff as well, recognizing the weaknesses in that defense and going after each one of them.
Here's Dillingham after Los Angeles picked up 3 with their last shot. To the paint. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randall. Dillingham's got 6 in the quarter.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
James outside. No good with the triple.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Pass to McDaniels. Randall left side. The shot's good. Randall's got 5. Los Angeles leading by 13. Here's Hayes. The kick out to LeBron. Here's Finney-Smith. Sinks the triple. Finney-Smith's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Now, Dorian Finney-Smith increasingly efficient offensively. Good feel for when to rise and fire.
Randall no good.
I'll tell you, this guy is doing absolutely everything he can to get himself going, but the team is struggling because he's struggling.
James in the post. McDaniels defended. Couldn't get it to drop. He's now made 5 of 8 shots. Pass to Randall. Ingles kicks to Randall. Ingles with the screen for Randall. Dillingham with it. Just 5 on the clock. And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. Reeves with the rebound. And Reeves has got the ball here for the Lakers. When this game is done, they'll be off to Miami to take on the Heat. That is game 3 of this 4-game trip. And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. Gets that one to drop. First one of the game after 4 straight misses.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make a pay.
Out to Reeves. Screen by James. 14 feet away. That's good on the jump shot. 10 points for Austin Reeves.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Randall no good.
I think he's got to settle down because right now it feels like he's rushing, like he's forcing some shots. This quarter he has been completely bothered. There's real synergy in play right now on the offensive end. The pass was right where it needed to be.
Pass to Ingles from the arc. Rebounded by the Lakers. Reeves has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Finney-Smith. He can't hit that time. Good work defensively by Ingles. Randall right side. And the basket is good. Randall's got 4 points in the quarter.
Boy, I love the confidence Julius Randle has in himself. This guy knows what it takes to score.
And J.J. Redick calls timeout here. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Changes here for the Timberwolves. Reed, he's checked in for Joe Ingles. Alexander Walker comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Mike Conley in for Dillingham. And so it's the Lakers with it. The lead is 15. And that one's good. Doncic.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Luka Doncic started off his 2024 Doris with a historic scoring performance.
He sure did, Kevin. He was only the 4th player in league history to score over 72 points in a game. It was the shooting performance of a lifetime, and Luka just takes it all in stride. Incredible.
Here's Connect, following the basket by Julius Randle. Doncic outside. Lots of room. Julius Randle with the rebound. Randle's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Randle is doubled. Pass to Conley. Randle against Doncic. Randle no good. Los Angeles leading by 15. Hilton the pass to Doncic. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Randle's got his 5th rebound in this one. And here is McDaniel. That one drops for him. McDaniel's got 11 points. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 4 from 3-point range so far in the second quarter. On the wing, Doncic. Doncic converts inside.
I'll tell you, Luka Doncic makes tough shots look easy. Boy, that close to the bucket through that much contact, nice.
Randle outside. McDaniel sets a screen for Randle. Drills it from outside. Randle's got 9 points now in the quarter.
When the defense totally lost track of him, he punishes them with a 3-pointer. That's a bad decision.
The 3 for Doncic. And rebounded by McDaniels. McDaniels got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Randle. And he goes right Doncic and slams it down.
Wow, Julius Randle with a little flavor on the finish.
Doncic outside, fires from deep. A deep shot falls for Doncic.
Oh, the defense has to stay attached to him on the perimeter.
Outside Conley, pass to McDaniels, wide open. It's rebounded by Doncic.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Now, here's Doncic. He's coming off a 13-point game against Utah. Here's Alexander Walker. Randle down low. It's in there. Conley with the assist. 16 points for him.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. Back to the action in just a minute.
Welcome to halftime, folks. Before we talk about the game, let's check out who won Player of the Month in both the East and West. Looking at the East, Joel Embiid.
When Embiid is playing like this, he looks like the best player in the league at any position. The key now is sustaining this level of output the rest of the way.
And avoiding the injury bug. I hear it's going around. Ooh, my back.
Oh my God, it's an injury bug.
Changing focus now to the tough first half for the Timberwolves.
Well, they're getting up a lot of threes, but the percentages are not the best.
Yeah, that defense can live with them shooting in the low 30s. They got to create better looks. Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to Kevin Harlan for the second half tip.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. We're seeing a tremendous game from Julius Randle.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Los Angeles leading by 11, so the Lakers 5 right now. LeBron James is out there with Dorian Finney-Smith. Then there's Hayes. Then it's the chosen one, and it's Reeves in at the shooting guard position. Three-pointer. No good from Hamilton.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Here's McDaniels. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. McDaniels got 13.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible, and boy, that's a terrific start right there.
As he's gotten older, LeBron has changed his body, relying a little more on that power.
Pass to Alexander Walker. Reed with a screen on Reed. A shot by Alexander Walker, no good. Reeves against Conley. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Randle outside. Pass to Reed. To the middle. Here's Conley. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Hamilton's got his 6th rebound on the night. Great focus from LeBron. Gets hit and still gets it to go.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Randall outside. McDaniels gets a wide open look. Hits it from three-point range. McDaniels got 5 points in the quarter.
I'll tell you, individually, he is doing all he can. But right now, somebody's got to step in and support this guy.
James outside. James gets inside and finishes.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Alexander Walker finds Randall. Looking for Conley. He gets it there. Rebounded by the Lakers. 17 points was their biggest margin. Pass to Hamilton. He lobs it up, and Hayes throws it down.
And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. Timberwolves trail by 16. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. To the inside. Out to Conley. Reed with it. And you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average. Now Hamilton. Reeves outside. Pass to LeBron. Shot clock at 5. Over Randall. Reed with the rebound.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, Mike Conley's leadership is huge for the Wolves. Rudy Gobert says his presence on the court, but especially in the locker room, is invaluable. Coach Chris Finch said he's given us everything and more. Conley says to have this kind of trust from everyone is why I'm here. This is what I'm supposed to do. Kevin?
He is a class act. David, thanks. Hamilton outside. Hayes with the screen for Hamilton. Pass to Hayes. And rebounded by McDaniels. Timberwolves trail by 14. Randall outside. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
If there is something that defines Julius Randle's game, it's the ability to score through contact. Give him the N1.
Gabe Vincent, he's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Lakers leading by 11. Now here's James. He's got 16. No good from Hamilton.
Well, when you've been struggling as he has, you love that your teammates have really stepped up and taken the challenge.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
And so Conley will bring the ball up for the Timberwolves. 9-point game. After this game, they can look forward to L.A., where they'll match up against the Clippers. That's game one of a 3-game road trip. Randall against LeBron. Over LeBron.
Julius Randle is never going to back away from a defensive player. He knows he's got the strength to play through contact. Nice job drawing the foul.
Let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for Los Angeles.
They bullied the defense here in the paint. Look at all of those buckets inside. Just hard to defend in the paint.
I think another thing that's striking here tonight, the ball movement is incredible. Again and again, they're making smart passes to ready shooters.
just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
Well, you love that he wants to wear out the defense. What a catalyst for his team. Incredible.
And he's good on the three ball. Alexander Walker's got his second basket of the night.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Mike Conley was drafted, Doris, back in 2007. And somehow, some way, he's gone his whole career not receiving a technical foul. Heck, you and I have received technical fouls over here, but not him on the floor.
Kevin, that is an impressive feat, and it's also probably why he's won the NBA Sportsmanship Award more than anyone else in the history of the league, and why we will never win it.
Shot by McDaniels, no good. Lakers leading by 10. Here's Reeves. He's got 12. Shoots over McDaniel. And there's another one for the Lakers.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
Here's Alexander Walker. He has 5. 6 to shoot. Here's Randall. Good work defensively by Hachimura. For Los Angeles, they've gone 8 of 13 on shot attempts to begin the second half. Timberwolves trail by 12. Here's Randall. Hamilton pulls it in. Hamilton's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. The open shot, Reeves. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. LeBron's got his 4th assist in this one. Conley against Hamilton. Randall outside. Reed with a screen on Hachimura. Randall from the top of the key. He buries it. Randall's got 22 points.
The guys, over the years, we've seen Randall become a much more aggressive scorer. You love his tenacity.
James in the post. He's against Reed, and James gets it to go.
I'll tell you, this lead's not going anywhere with this guy making plays. What a quarter.
Pass to Alexander Walker. And here's Reed. That shot off. LeBron with some nice D. Now here's Hachimura. Inside. Kick out to Hamilton. Offline with his 3.
Well, after hitting 1 triple in the first half, it's been all radio silence since.
Good on that shot. And with that, the Los Angeles Leafs cut down to 12 on the bucket from McDaniel. And J.J. Redick calls timeout here. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Some changes for Minnesota. Garza's checked in, and it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Nickeil Alexander-Walker. The Lakers also changing it up. Vanderbilt's checked in for LeBron. Gannett comes in for Austin Reeves. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Hamilton.
I'll tell you, he'll take that all day, every day. I'm sure he was shocked to find himself that wide open.
Pass to McDaniels. And here is DiVincenzo. They get it again. Here's Reed. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Reed's got 5 now.
I love that kind of energy from Naz Reid. You don't give up on a play.
Vincent the pass to Doncic. Back to Vincent. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now here's DiVincenzo. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. There's the pick. Dillingham wide open, and he fires a 3-pointer off the mark. High arcing shot. Minnesota with the rebound. Reeves got 6 rebounds in the game. Pass to Dillingham. Here's McDaniels. Reed with a screen on Vanderbilt. Shakes it loose. And here is McDaniel. He's got 20. That one doesn't drop. Doncic feeling it out. Vanderbilt setting the pick for Doncic. And again, the Lakers, no good. Timberwolves trail by 13. DiVincenzo with it. There's 1:26 left here in the third quarter. A nice shot by McDaniel. McDaniel's got 11 points in the quarter.
I'll tell you, what a huge game from Jaden McDaniels on the offensive end. He's a lockdown defender, so a big-time two-way guy.
Now, here's Doncic. 15 points in the game. Connect. No good. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Lakers leading by 11. Pass to Hachimura. Now, Vanderbilt. Now, Doncic, with his average of more than 32 points a game, he's giving opponents nightmares with his firepower.
Well, there's a mix of touch and power that Luka Doncic brings to the game. You can't take him lightly when he touches the paint.
DiVincenzo with it, guarded by Doncic. Now, here's Reed. Nice D from Doncic. 26 seconds left in the third. Here's Vincent. Still scoreless. On the wing, Doncic. Defended by DiVincenzo. Doncic converts right through the defense.
If you allow Luka to establish position because of his size, his strength, his footwork, turn the lights out.
A three for DiVincenzo. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Lakers. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. We come back right after this. See if there's a comeback in the works, or if it's more the same from the first three quarters. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Dillingham. And it's Joe Ingles, and it's Garza in at center. So that's the lineup for Minnesota.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on him.
Hamilton outside, and they come right back with their own three-pointer.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Now, here's Ingles. Right wing. Lets it go from deep. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Ingles has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Hamilton dishes to James. DiVincenzo against Doncic. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Here's Dillingham. Banked in off the glass.
Yes, got it. Yeah. Ball handling right there. Since when does he take guys off the dribble?
Los Angeles leading by 10. Hamilton outside to the middle. Puts up a deep three. Garza pulls it in.
When you're not in rhythm with the free ball, why do you keep firing from there?
DiVincenzo against Doncic. So the wing on the left. Ingles with a screen on Hachimura. Shannon, no good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. Floats it up for Jake. Here's the lob, and LeBron flies through the air.
One of those nights where opposing coaches just shake their head. LeBron has taken over.
Dillingham with it. Pass to Shannon. Vanderbilt with the rebound.
Boy, defense nowhere to be found, and neither was his shot at that time.
He gets it in there. James has got 15 points here in the second half.
Vintage LeBron James. He's cooking, and this guy may be the best to have ever done it.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. And here's DiVincenzo from the arc.
I'll tell you, this has not been his game, and he's making it worse with shot selection like that.
Now here is Hamilton. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. A three-pointer, no good. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Pass to DiVincenzo. Ingles with the ball. And here is DiVincenzo. A three-pointer is right on target.
Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that he can afford to give him.
And J.J. Redick is called timeout. And that timeout by coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. Randall's checked in for Minnesota. The Lakers also changing it up. Hayes, he's checked in for Vanderbilt. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Hachimura. And it's Austin Reeves in for Doncic. Lakers leading by 11. James sets the screen for Hamilton. A second chance effort. James misses. Minnesota's gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the fourth. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Reeves the pass to Hamilton. Cans it from downtown. And the Lakers lead by 14.
He's just stretching them out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Well, you know this. This is a guy who's looking for his shot the whole time. You have to know who you're guarding. KYP, know your personnel.
And that one falls for Dillingham. And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a big story. Shams, what do you have?
Hey guys, arguably the most exciting move on draft night was the Wolves trading up to acquire Rob Dillingham with the number 8 pick. Dillingham is known as the top shot creator in this rookie class, but defense has been something to keep an eye on. So where better to go than an elite defensive team that needed just another player to take them over the top offensively? The Wolves look at Rob Dillingham as the potential point guard of the future to replace Mike Conley Jr., guys.
Yes, a big test. Hey, Shams, thank you very much. Randall, no good. Los Angeles leading by 14. Hamilton. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. James has got assist number 5 here tonight.
Just a humongous fourth quarter for him, especially from long range, just in a groove now, and that trade has been deadly.
Randall with the bucket.
Guard him big, guard him small. Julius Randle is so crafty on the interior, it matters not. He's going to finish.
It's good. Hamilton's got 23.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Here's Dillingham, covered by Hamilton. Now Dillingham. His three-pointer's off the mark. Now here is Hamilton, guarded close, and that one drops.
I'll tell you, the team is simply riding the hot hand. This guy has been lights out.
Here's Dillingham. Randall surveying the D. DiVincenzo against Reeves. Here's Garza. From outside, off the mark.
Well, you can see why the defense dared him to shoot it. That's not really his spot.
Here's Hamilton. No good on the three. Timberwolves trail by 19. Ingles finds Randall. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on LeBron James.
Well, with his strength, Julius Randle can absorb contact easier than a lot of players. This guy is not going to be intimidated.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
He's perfect from the line this time. We've seen the NBA feature several overseas games, Greg, the last couple of years. Always growing the sport, aren't they?
And I know the fans love it. And nothing quite like seeing an NBA game in person and expanding that opportunity, always a plus. And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Puts it up, and he sinks that one in the back of the rim on the way in. Randall's got 6 here in this quarter. Los Angeles leading by 17. LeBron kicks to Hamilton. Off target with his 3. And so it's Randall bringing it up now for Minnesota. Knocked loose. Stolen by Reeves. Here's Hamilton. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic scuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Now here's Randall. Off target from outside.
But still, eventually you got to feel like he'll start knocking those down again.
The 10-footer. And again, it's the Lakers.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Conley against Hamilton. Pass to Reed. Hayes with the steal, all by himself. Here's Hamilton. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
Here's McDaniels after the basket by Los Angeles. Randall no good. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles from deep. Reeves. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. LeBron's got 6 assists now in the game. Timberwolves have gone only 6 of 14 from the field in the fourth. Conley, the pass to McDaniels. Pass to Randall. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
He's forcing the action now, finally getting to the charity stripe after no freebies in the first half.
Julius Randle taking 2 shots.
He's off on the first. And the league trying to get a bit more competition in the All-Star game. Greg, you got any ideas there?
Well, cash prizes seem to work well. For the in-season tournament, even a little something might help up the ante just a bit.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Vanderbilt's checked in for LeBron. Gannett comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Shake Milton in for Hamilton. And the second free throw, good.
Guys, what you love about Julius Randle is the well-rounded nature of his game. Because he works so hard on his shooting ability, it makes his dribble drive that much more dangerous.
Here's Reeves, down low, and the dunk by Vanderbilt.
I'll tell you, sometimes it's easier to hit the target with a bounce pass. That's perfectly done.
Milton against Conley. Pass to McDaniels. Reed with a screen for McDaniels. Wants to get it to Reed, and does. Can't cash in from close range. LA has got 8 shots off from three-point land and hit half of it. Milton looking around, and there's a foul. We'll go on Shake Milton. That's his first foul.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
Minnesota shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. Randall with the ball. Greg, we've heard some veteran players and coaches say the league is skewing too young.
Well, because of the salary cap, you're often forced to play some younger guys, and they don't quite have a feel for the game yet. So possibly the product suffers, but it also gives you a chance to develop these young players in your system.
The Timberwolves shooting in the fourth quarter has looked shabby, 38%. Back to Conley. Pass to Randall. Just 5 to shoot. Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Yeah, you know that when Julius Randle gets into his rhythm offensively, he can be problematic for defensive teams.
Vincent's checked in for Los Angeles.
One shot.
The Lakers with the ball. We've got 1:48 left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Hayes. And here's Milton. Stolen by Conley. To the inside. Here's McDaniels. Can't connect from short range. And they are really racking up the assists in this one.
And their team chemistry is evident. These guys enjoy playing with one another.
Now, here's Milton. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Lakers.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And so this will mark the 15th win of the year for them.
And they've taken control of the season series. This brings them to 2-0 with 1 game left against this squad.
And guys, one of the steady and outstanding players putting in another impressive performance. It was a big-time outing for the chosen one.
What a selfless effort tonight. He's done such a great job finding guys in their appropriate spots.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Here's Vincent. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Second personal foul. First team foul. 2 shots. Vincent.
A free throw drops for Vincent. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Now Dillingham. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you later.
Great win tonight, MP. Solid effort tonight on both ends. Yo, keep this thing to regulation. I got plans after the game.
today ready to slay some dragons.
Welcome, sports fans. Thank you for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson with Grant Hill and Stan Van Gundy. And out on the sidelines is Allie LaForce. And now in December, here's what the Eastern Conference standings look like. You take a look at Miami, it's still very early, but they have a mountain to climb in their conference. And now the Los Angeles starters. We've got Austin Reeves. James is out there with Hayes. Then there's Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Hamilton in at the point. And for the Heat, Kyle Anderson is out there with Andrew Wiggins. Then it's Terry Rozier. Then there's Tyler Hero. And it's Ware in at the center position. You know, on paper, this looks like a lopsided matchup. But anything can happen in the NBA, Grant.
That is the truth. I mean, that's why they play the games. One guy gets hot, the team gets cold. That's all it takes to swing the entire outcome of a game.
So the Lakers will get the first possession here. And you look at this rookie class. MP continues to scratch and claw, trying to cement his place as one of the best and brightest.
Yeah, we've had a lot of guys set out to be the top rookie in their class, but adjusting to this league can be more difficult than anticipated, which is why MP deserves high praise. His goal has been to be the best rookie, and so far, that's exactly what he's done. And setting the tempo with an assertive move, like, where was the defense on that play?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
One more foul.
And here's Hero. What a tremendous game he played against Boston. Pass to Ware. Now Wiggins. Hero outside. They set the screen. Tipped. And he stays with it. The three ball. The Lakers with a rebound. They've been playing excellent team basketball. 9 wins in a row.
Well, I think they found something. I like how they're executing. They're playing with a lot of energy. We'll see if they can keep it going.
The timing LeBron possesses is second to none. Fantastic at measuring when to go for alley-oops.
Outside, Anderson. Rozier from outside. Counted from distance.
Hey, good to get him going right away. I mean, those are the shots that really boost confidence.
Yeah, it's always nice to see him drop in a triple early in the game. That'll set him up for success the rest of the way. Oh, you gotta finish at the rim right there. You hate seeing those opportunities go to waste.
That's tipped. Hero outside. And he wills that one in, sinking it right through the back of the iron.
He's a potent mix of effort and ability. Hard to shut down a player of his caliber.
James outside to the inside. Hamilton. Excellent D there from Hero.
Far from an ideal start, only 1 for 5. Let's see if they can turn it around.
Well, Coach, how about the Eric Spoelstra story? Started as a video coordinator with the Heat back in '95. You were an assistant in Miami back then.
Yeah, look, Brian, even then, Eric is one of the rare guys that all of us on the staff knew right from the beginning that he had all the makings of a great coach. Players trusted him and had confidence in his ability to help them.
From the video room to the Hall of Fame one day.
No question. Well, Anderson is a talented player. No. Wonder the D was playing so tight.
Anderson.
So hits one and misses one at the line. And Reeves has got the ball here for the Lakers. Trailing by 4. Pass to James. To the right side. Here's Hamilton. No good on the 3.
Man, miss after miss for him. When you're having a quarter like this, the only beneficiary is the defense.
They set a pick. Now here's Hero. Tight defense on him. Banked it in off the glass. Hero's got his second basket.
You're busting his way inside. Hero making sure he kept moving toward the hoop.
And the power rankings look more concrete every day. Plenty of games behind us here in December. Taking a look at Los Angeles. They're making moves up the standings, claiming that 4th spot.
Checking out the Lakers, they're on a roll, showing a lot of confidence in themselves. The fans are energized too. We'll see if they can keep it up.
Now here's Reeves. Against Minnesota, he was really on his game. Hamilton with the bucket.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Miami leading by 3. And here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes played. Up top, Hero. And you look at the numbers, only around 22.5 points a game.
Well, everyone views Hero as a shooter, but he is also a terrific finisher.
Here's Hamilton. Good.
Huh? You just hop in right now?
Yeah. No, you're in the party. Hold on.
Well, my phone hasn't been the apps hasn't been letting me know when you guys are hopping in.
Yeah, I got the notification when you sent me.
That's crazy. My phone doesn't tell me shit anymore.
On the bucket. Hamilton's got 5 now.
And defensively, that's just not going to cut it.
There's rolling online too.
Hero with it. He has 6.
Everybody hopped on last night, but it was late.
It's Hayes with the rebound.
Hayes
has got 4 rebounds now.
Yeah, but
Time
by
down to
like
hear
11,
from our reporter, Ali.
we all ran to the store. And
Spoelstra and I got a chance to catch up for a bit. He was just marveling at LeBron's ability to take advantage of any mistake you make, even a minor one. He said, if you're even a half step away from a guy defensively, LeBron will find that person. Coach is asking his guys to stay connected to shooters tonight.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Ali.
We tried to watch Nova game, but we were falling asleep.
You tried to watch what?
Nova came.
Oh, Nova came?
Yeah. I think what's important, Brian, when you're
Yeah, we were both falling asleep. She was like, it's like an hour left. I'm like, all right, we good. And then she's like, it's like 40 minutes. Like, you know what, you want to go? She said, yeah, come on. Fuck it, let's get up out of here. So we fucking just left and got something to eat.
Those demands, it's not at early in the year as much the results. It's about what you're doing on the court well.
And then, shit, got something to eat, came back to the house.
Timing right there, right? The dish, the
I'm
catch,
to watch that
the
shit
flush,
again, though.
the whole thing was perfect. The Heat have gone 5 of 9.
I don't know, I can't really tell you. I see so much.
Here's Rozier over Reeves. And it's Rozier. That time on the assist by Anderson. Anderson's got his 4th assist with that last one. To the paint. Here's Hamilton. Rebound Miami. Hero's got 4 rebounds now. On the wing, Rozier. Down low. Anderson can't get it to go. Lakers trail by 3. The chosen one, the pass to Reeves. To the paint. Here's Hamilton. Takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup. Hamilton's got 9.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
Rozier outside. It's Wiggins on the wing. Outside, Anderson fires for 3. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. This, their first chance to take a look at the Heat this season.
They won both games against this club last season. Would love to repeat that this time around.
Takes it inside, got a hand on it, and they're able to recover. And the basket by Hachimura.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Now Hero. He has 6. Kicks it out to Anderson. On the wing, Rozier. Anderson with a screen. Shot is up. Hachimura with a rebound.
Yeah, you expect him to make those. Good luck. Just couldn't find the mark.
And Kyle Anderson is going to pick up a foul. That's his first foul of the game. The Heat making a switch here. Jaquez is checked in. And the Lakers also making a switch. Vanderbilt's checked in. Here's Hamilton. And again, the Lakers, no good. For Miami, they've gone 6 of 13 so far in this one. Here's Hero. That one rolls around and rims out.
Another miss. He is struggling for the quarter.
Here's Hayes. Nails the baby hook. Hayes has gotten his second bucket.
And I love how he's pushing the tempo and creating for others. He does this game in and game out. Incredible.
Yeah, and when you're moving the ball like that, it just keeps everyone engaged in the game.
And Eric Spoelstra decides to call timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Connect checked in for the Lakers. Doncic comes in for Reeves. Here's Wiggins. 8 points in his last timeout. Now here's Hero. And he can't stop the run as that one misses. Here's Hamilton. He's guarded by Hero. Here's Doncic. Jaquez grabs the board. Heat trail by 4. Hero outside. Pass to Ware. Three-pointer. Rebounded by the Lakers. They want to keep rolling here following a win against Minnesota.
And we all know that on the road, you don't usually look so comfortable on the offensive end. But that was the story of the game.
Well, it comes down to preparation. They were ready for that game and kept the crowd out of it for the most part.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Hero for 3. Sinks the tray. Hero's got 9 points.
Well, there's the answer from Hero. One of the best from three-point range in the league.
Here's Hamilton driving inside. That's bucket number 5. He's 5 for 12 now.
He's putting on a show this quarter, and the team's feeding off his energy.
Miami has gone just 2 for 6 from the arc here in the first. Back to Hero. Pass to Rozier. And here's Wiggins. Over connect. And Wiggins gets it to go. The assist by Hero.
With a bit of an old school feel to his game, Wiggins refuses to shy away from the mid-range.
Here's Hamilton. Now here's Vanderbilt.
That guy's
Goes
cheating.
up and lays
That
it
guy's
nice
cheating.
and
How do
easy.
you know?
And the Lakers lead by 6.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Pass to Ware. Here's Hero. Rozier from outside. Vanderbilt pulls it in.
Well, this was his shot to miss, honestly. Poor coverage, good setup. He just couldn't knock it down.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
Now Rozier. Hero outside. Back to Rozier. Pass to Wiggins. Clock at 4. Rozier outside.
Oh my God.
Right through.
And a vicious slam by Rozier, really sticking it to them.
Here's Connect, pounded by Wiggins. Outside Vanderbilt. Here's Hamilton, the 3. The offensive rebound. Count the basket.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Heat trail by 6. Hero for 3. That's good. And now he's 5 for 11 in this one.
Well, if they can come back and take the lead, this will be because he's carrying it. This quarter's been all about him and his offense.
Here's Hamilton. We've got 1:08 left in the first quarter here. Lets the 3 fly. Sends it home from three-point land. Hamilton's got 14 points.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
The Lakers lead by 6. Pass to Connect. Wiggins with a steal.
Oh my God.
There's 37 seconds left in the first. And here's Rozier, guarded by Doncic. Here's Jaquez. Off target with the 3.
Motherfucker.
Los Angeles has gone 4 of 8 from outside of this first quarter. Shot by Hamilton, no good.
And they've come out with a fearless approach on the boards.
Here's Rozier. Kicks it to Hero from downtown. And the three-pointer goes. He's got 15.
And he was dominant in their last outing. And the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
And so both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. Lakers ahead. They lead by 3. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter.
Technically, athletically, wise presentation with that match. But I'm a winner. I find a way to win. I could be down 0.0. I could score on that guy if I had to, but for me, it's just hard.
And we hope you're enjoying.
A testament of my will and a perseverance of my faith.